gonna put it on my sling. Can I leave this on?
Take off the mask.
I have this on for a medical reason.
You take it off?
For the pollen.
Alright, keep your hands up, right?
I have hay fever. I really don't want to take the mask off. Sorry, what? It's really to protect me from the pollen. I would really appreciate it if you guys didn't take
I got you. Hey, we met you before, right? You live over in Metro?
Yeah.
3319, it's the same person. You don't have your sidearm on you today?
I do.
You do? Where's it at?
It's on my right side. Yep.
It's on your right side? Okay.
Yep.
This is airsoft?
No.
This is an actual AR?
Yep.
Alright. Do you mind if I take it off you just for a second while we talk? Put it on my
I'd really appreciate it if you did it. I can unload it if that would make you feel more comfortable, but...
I'd rather your hands not go on it at all right now, okay?
Alright. Let's go ahead and take the mag out.
I'm going to take it out of the magazine, okay?
Sure, yeah. There's one in the chamber, too.
There's one in the chamber, too?
Yeah.
Alright.
33.
You can just...
You sure you're alright if I unbuckle this? I'm just going to put on the hood?
I'd really appreciate it if you didn't. Because you guys, cars getting pollen on it, the girls getting pollen on it, I'd really rather not have it touch anything.
Okay. Today's wearing because of the pollen.
Yeah.
Hey, man. So here's the deal, man. You're kind of freaking people out. You're carrying loaded weapons around, alright? You're not necessarily doing anything inherently illegal, right?
Right.
But I'm a little worried about you because you got people out here that are it's not normal behavior, right?
Right.
I understand what you're doing. We had this conversation last time. But there's other ways to do it, right? So, would it be alright if I give you a ride back to your house and that way we can put all this?
Well, that would kind of ruin my 2-mile walk here. I'd prefer if you guys let me walk back home. I mean.
Well, the thing is, man, like, because you're causing a public disturbance, we can't actually let you continue.
See, that's the issue, right? Is that what I'm doing is perfectly legal, and me walking home with my...
No, it is. It is legal.
That's not...
It's not illegal. The problem is, like I said, you're disturbing the peace, which is not... Which is a
I'm
thing.
just
You know what
walking down
I'm saying?
the street with my rifle on.
Yeah, you gotta speak up. I can't hear this, brother.
I'm not really disturbing the peace walking down the street with my rifle on.
You are when, like, everybody calls 911. That's a disturbance of the peace.
Right, and as a response,
I'm gonna put your magazine right here, man.
I feel like you guys should be able to say, you know, he's not doing anything wrong. I mean, I understand you guys coming to check it out, but you can't tell me not to exercise that right to be able to...
We're not telling you that.
Well, you kind of are, right?
No,
by telling me that I'm disturbing the peace and that you have to...
I'll tell you what, brother, if you're going to keep arguing with me, that's fine. Our sergeant's on the way.
Sure.
He can come explain it to you as well.
Sure, why not?
Okay?
Yeah, no problem.
So if you'd like to wait for him to come and explain it to you, we can do that too. But in the meantime, we do just kind of need to take the weapons off of you, set them on the vehicle, okay?
I don't consent to any seizures of my firearms.
We're not seizing anything.
Yeah, that would be seizing it for you to take it from me.
Seizing would be taking them from you permanently.
You taking it from me at all this season.
Okay, it's up to you.
I know.
It's making it worse, though.
How am I making things worse by exercising my rights? This could have been a very calm, nice conversation.
Before I'm right, you have an ETA. Hey man, I met you before, remember?
Right, yeah, and I was perfectly compliant with you guys. I didn't cause anybody any trouble, but I also don't consent to being unarmed here on the side of the road.
We're just along the side of I-75 North. For the address of the Marriott is 200 Interstate North Parkway.
Hey Siri, press pause.
If you gotta talk to us, brother, you gotta speak way up. We can't hear you.
I was talking to Siri. I was telling her to pause the music.
Okay.
you're training, right?
Is that what?
You said you're training?
Yeah.
I know. When was the last time we met? Well, it was like back in September?
That was months ago, yeah. I didn't have a camera, I didn't have gear, I didn't have stuff like that. So
I know last time that the rifle was just an airsoft rifle,
right,
too,
yeah.
right?
And I'd rather train with the rifle that I'm actually going to be using, you know?
All right. Have you joined any groups? Because I know you were talking about joining the military or whatever.
No, not at the moment. It's just, honestly, I can't see a justification for cutting my salary like that to join any kind of organization. I'd rather just practice the right on my own. Because, you know, it's my belief that there's no point in having gear if you're not trained to use it. You know, you get to a fight and you're gassed, then you're useless. So I'm out here training for that purpose.
I got you. It makes sense. So we need to find a way that you can exercise your freedoms, and we don't have 30 people calling in, though, right? So you need to find a way to work with us and try to make this happen, now, right?
The issue is, I think this is good to educate the public on their rights, and that not every guy with a gun is a bad guy with a gun.
Hey, can I take that off for you so we can have a talk?
I'd strongly appreciate it if you didn't. I have it on for pollen reasons. I have hay fever, so the pollen really gets to me.
So we've gotten multiple calls about you out here. That's your right as a citizen to walk around. You don't even have it loaded.
No, it was loaded.
Okay.
It was loaded, yeah.
So you understand that causes like a public disturbance, right?
I don't see myself disturbing the peace.
I know you don't see yourself disturbing the peace, but everybody else, you're in full body gear, got a gas mask on. Probably to some people that probably looks like it might turn into an active shooter, correct?
See, in 3 months the gas mask won't be an issue. But while the pollen's out here, I have to wear the gas mask.
There's no issue with that, but I'm trying to help you see from citizens and my perspective.
It's what it looks like.
I don't want you to think I don't understand what you're saying, because every time someone sees a guy with a rifle on the news, he's shooting people. But if you see more people out and about with rifles that are not shooting people, people will start to understand that there are gun owners out there that are killers. I'm doing a 2-mile walk actually around my residence, and I'm going back home.
Okay.
I'm doing this purely for exercise.
You got his gun off of him?
No, he won't let us take him.
Where's your handgun at? Don't point, just
right here.
Huh?
Right here.
Okay. You don't reach for yours, I won't reach for mine.
Right, perfect.
All right. So you cause a public disturbance, but it's your right to walk around with an AR-15 and a gun. You just alarm people. We got probably, I would say, 10 calls in a 6-minute time span. Okay.
I've been out here for probably about 30 minutes. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna let you go. You're going about your business, okay? But if we keep getting calls, I have to do something about it. I have to keep coming back.
I understand you guys coming and checking it out.
Like every 10 feet.
Now, you don't have to give your name or anything like that if you don't want to. Are you willing to give your name? So that way when the next call comes out, I can say, hey, that's such and such. He's exercising his Second Amendment freedom, and he's not harming anybody. He didn't point his gun at anybody. He's just training.
So do you have access to that report from the last time I met you guys? Would you be able to get my name from that? Or
I mean, you don't have to give your name if you don't want to.
I'm okay with it. I'm just saying I'd rather if you can get it that way.
Probably so. I probably. Do you know if a reporter or a
there was a report written last time. I gave my ID last time.
Okay. Yeah, I could probably look it up that way and see what happened.
So yeah, I prefer it that way, just so I don't have to say it out loud on all the cameras and everything.
Just police here, man. They know
I know, but this stuff.
But I can't. How am I going to look up the report if I don't have you? How am I going to look up the report if I don't have your name?
Okay. Would you be able to look up the first name, or do I have to do that?
Just first and last name is all I need.
Well,
Spell that first name for me. Okay, give me a second.
So,
basically, just keep your hands tight with the outburst, okay? Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, up there is good too.
That's actually the best. That's how we like it.
So
he knows what's up.
I know you're coming at your angle from, hey, you want to educate the public, right, and let them know, hey, like it's nothing to really be alarmed about, right? And I get where you're coming from. So let's have a conversation. Let's try to figure out what's a good way to move forward that we can try to educate without. Because right now, I know it's ignorance, right? If people are calling, they don't know what's going on, and they're panicked. So they want to let us know, right? And you understand that this is not an everyday thing. You don't have. You're in Metro Atlanta. How many thousands of people do you think are around us right now? And none of them are doing it, right? So whenever people see this, they get a little paranoid, right?
And I wish, honestly, more people were doing this, because of all the gun owners in America, not even 1% of them are active shooters. just you don't see their guns. You know? So you think every time you see a guy with a gun, he might be a shooter.
Sure.
That really shouldn't be the notion we take.
So what do you think is a good plan forward? Because you're not going to be able to change everyone's mind overnight. So what's a good way forward that you can come out here and do your thing, and that we don't have to worry about scaring people visiting or whatever? And do you have any ideas for us? We want to work together with you here.
Honestly, I'm not really sure if there is a way to avoid people just not knowing. You know, we have new people coming through here every day, so it's not going to be a thing where people get used to seeing me.
I will tell you, keeping your rifle unloaded would help a lot. You can keep the weight on you. The weight's fine.
It just kind of defeats the purpose of having the rifle if it's not loaded. You know, if I'm not handling it while it's loaded, I get used to handling it without a mag in the way. The mag's probably the biggest thing.
Dude, I'm former military, man. I know all about it. I've been through selection and everything.
So you should know more than anybody then.
That's right.
Why it's important
And we used to carry red rifles, weighted the exact same. You ever seen those?
I think I have. The ones like they're like, I don't know what they're made of, but they're not actually guns. They're not even.
That's right.
I remember going through basic training, like before we even had the weapons, they make us carry rock bars, right? Like big crowbars they use for moving rocks, right? Because you got the weight, you can carry at a high port and run around. It's actually heavier, right? So that way your muscles strap even more.
Right, and
they're brightly colored, so that way when the public sees you.
Back in September.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So same thing. Got a bunch of calls. And they actually took the rifle and your handgun off you and everything.
Yeah, they did.
And released you.
I didn't appreciate it, but it was my first time out here, so I just let them do their thing.
Okay.
You know, make sure they knew who I was.
Well, man, we're probably gonna get several more calls, but this time I know your name. I know what you're doing.
Okay.
So that way we don't have to keep responding.
Okay.
But if I keep getting calls after calls after calls, I'm just gonna come back out and be like, hey, man, more people are calling on you. You know, but you're free to walk around with your rifle and your handgun. So I'm gonna have him give you back your.
It's right here.
Okay. So, man, once we pull off, you're free to load it back up.
Sure.
Okay. Best of luck to you in the military, or whatever you're trying to train for. But you know, it just causes alarm. All black, gas mask on, rifle. You get it?
Yeah. By summer, you guys won't see the gas mask anymore. But I'd really rather not deal with people.
Okay.
And I highly advise you invest in that training stuff. They're like bright red or blue. They weigh the exact same. They even function.
So at that point, I'd rather, and I think it would be more effective to train with something that has simunition rounds rather than something that doesn't even have a trigger on it.
They make the brightly colored ones. They're just simunition, like they're like airsoft, even like a step above airsoft.
Right.
You got something that's brightly colored.
So,
that would alleviate this, because they'd call us and be like, hey, this guy walking around and be like, what color is the rifle? They're like, yellow.
Right.
We're like, oh yeah, that's what I say, it's cool. We wouldn't even come out.
The only problem I have with that at that point is this gun, everything on it, is pretty expensive. And everybody who can't normally get access to a rifle would probably want to take mine from me. And at that point, I'm not shooting ammunition rounds at them, you know?
I got you, man. Like the sergeant said, I mean, we can't detain you. We're not going to detain you. You are free to go.
Yeah.
We're just trying to give you some options that like help alleviate this in the future.
One of the things that's not about, cause I know you know what you're doing. It seems like you've looked all this up. There's a lot of people out there that don't know what they're doing, right? You have a lot of gun owners that don't know what the hell they're doing, right?
Really,
and I don't want them to come, you know, towards you and you
we don't
guys
want you to get fired on, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's not about the public, right? It's also protecting you.
And I do understand that's a possibility, which is why instead of this soft vest, I actually do have a plate carrier in place for me, so that I can have that actual utility on.
All right. Well, best of luck, man.
Appreciate you guys.
All right. Well, like once we pull off, man, you're free to load your rifle back up.
Sure.
Just let us take off, right?
Sure. Yeah. Y'all have a good one.
Can you do it like in an inconspicuous manner so nobody's like, oh my God, he's out here loading his rifle?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll try to make it not like I won't be like on the side of the road loading it.
Thank you, sir.
Y'all have a good one.